An older mother stares across a crowded room at her son. She feels a growing, painful distance between them. In her mind, the cause is clear. Her daughter-in-law has built a wall around him, acting as a gatekeeper to pull him away. Inside the couple's home, the situation looks different. The daughter-in-law is currently standing in the kitchen, urging her husband to pick up his phone and call his mother back. This is the core of daughter-in-law math. The wife puts in the invisible work to maintain the connection, while the son remains passive. When those two variables combine, the wife is the only one penalized for the resulting distance. This pattern persists because the husband's silence makes it impossible for the mother to see where the decisions are actually being made. This flawed calculation is a quiet, effective marriage killer. It breeds resentment that turns weekend visits and annual holidays into periods of intense dread. The husband feels trapped. He watches the two women he loves the most stay locked in a cold war, and he cannot explain why it keeps happening. He operates from a massive blind spot. He assumes he is a neutral third party, a helpless spectator watching an unfortunate conflict between his mother and his wife. He is the missing variable causing the entire calculation to fail. Sociologists use the term kinkeeper to describe the person who maintains a family's social ties. In most households, this role is handed to the wife by default. The kinkeeper performs the invisible labor to keep a family connected. She tracks birthdays, buys gifts, prompts phone calls, and orchestrates holiday logistics. On the husband's side, the node is dormant. He assumes without active arguments his parental relationship is healthy. Because he isn't tracking the social calendar, he relies on his wife to manage his schedule and handle all communications with his own parents. By becoming a passive passenger, the son forces his wife to drive the relationship. She is the one who has to manage his mother's expectations, even though she has no control over her husband's behavior. We have to look at how the mother processes the distance she feels from her son. Accepting that her son deprioritizes her causes severe psychological pain and triggers feelings of rejection. To protect her ego, her brain seeks the path of least resistance. She labels the daughter-in-law as the gatekeeper, blaming the outsider instead of her son. This has immediate consequences. Every time the couple declines a trip or sets a boundary, the mother faults the wife's influence, completely absolving her son of his choices. This creates deep resentment for the wife. She is penalized for blocking the same family connections she was secretly trying to facilitate. While she absorbs all the hostility, her husband remains in his blind spot, enjoying the peace and quiet. The son's silence turns his wife into a psychological meat shield. She is forced to absorb the fire meant for his own changing priorities. Correcting daughter-in-law math requires the husband to change his role in the equation. The husband's node becomes active. He initiates contact himself, making calls and coordinating visits, bypassing his wife completely. When setting boundaries, he uses singular I statements. Instead of "we can't come over," he tells them, "I decided we are staying home." This shift removes the daughter-in-law from the conflict. When the son speaks for himself, it is no longer possible for the mother to claim he is being manipulated by a gatekeeper. Stepping up isn't a declaration of war against his mother or a binary choice between two women. By fully taking ownership of these dynamics, the son establishes himself as an independent adult who manages his own relationships. This change protects the marriage by removing the wife from the line of fire. It also forces the parents to deal with the reality of their son's life and his actual priorities. When the husband owns the math, he ends the cycle of blame. He stops being a spectator and starts being the person responsible for his family.